A horse thrashes wildly about in a deep pit of water, struggling to keep afloat. What's more, her rescuers need to think fast before she becomes too exhausted to move and is swept away by the current. Why? Because if that happens, the poor creature will plunge directly into the sand grinder at the other end of the pit. All efforts, however, were failing, and the horse was at her desperate end, thrashing sporadically to no avail. Then, seemingly out of nowhere, a brave young boy did the unexpected and approached her from behind. This harrowing ordeal started hours earlier on December 7, 2015. Unfortunately, the horse made the mistake of falling into a pit of water in the Valle del Cauca region of Colombia. The ditch was located in the rural town of Dagua, and the filthy water concealed a critical threat to the horse. In fact, the ditch was home to a piece of machinery that is as brutal as it sounds. In the normal run of things, the heavy sand grinder uses water to flush large rocks into its teeth and then grind the stones down to the size of sand particles. But nobody wanted to find out what would happen if the horse ended up in its jaws. Naturally then, locals called the National Police of Colombia after they heard the animal crying out in distress. As a result, the force swiftly sent in a troop of men to help out. Afterward, they posted a video of the dramatic rescue on the Colombian National Police Facebook page.
Also, if you've not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these animal stories every day. Now, back to the story.
The video doesn't make clear where the horse came from, but her trimmed mane indicates that she had a caretaker somewhere. Indeed, perhaps one of the plain-clothed men or the young boy seen in the clip knew the animal. In any case, when the group of policemen arrived, they quickly took control of the situation. Certainly, they immediately tied a rope around the horse's neck and muzzle to keep her head above water. At least 2 or 3 men held tightly to that rope throughout the whole ordeal, thus serving as the horse's lifeline. It took this many people to hold on to the terrified horse, incidentally, because she was bucking around with such great force. Yes, the horse thrashed her head violently back and forth in terror. It is possible, though, that some of her jerky and wild movements were desperate attempts to propel herself out of the ditch. But that was easier said than done. The determined rescuers kept at it, however, even putting themselves in mortal danger. And as the rescue went on, another officer joined the others who were attending the horse. In fact, he crouched down to help with the effort after unburdening himself of his machine gun. What's more, several of the policemen had stripped down to their undershirts. Plus, the local men and the young boy continued to risk their personal safety to help save the animal. Fortunately, with their combined effort, the men finally stabilized the horse in one corner of the ditch. Now came the most difficult part, lifting the animal up and out of danger. The first thing they tried was having several men pull on the rope while the horse attempted to get her front legs out of the water. Suddenly, though, the boy, who had been observing the whole effort, jumped into the water. Amazingly, the young boy didn't hesitate, despite the very real possibility that he would be flushed away into a sand grinder, and that's not to mention the large, panicked animal that was in front of him. Notwithstanding the dangers, though, he swam right up behind the horse to help her. As the creature then grappled to get her feet on solid ground, a couple of the men reached into the water and helped pull out one of her hooves. Luckily, after scrabbling for purchase, the horse finally managed to plant both feet on the ground and got a good push from behind from the boy. The rescuers then quickly ran clear again as the horse scrambled wildly out of the ditch, and they cheered as the animal steadied herself. Fortunately then, both the horse and the boy came to no harm, all thanks to Colombia's finest.
If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with your friends and family. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.